Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this first look of the all-new BMW iX2. This is it. It is very different than the previous X2, which was one of our favorite BMWs actually. It was very under the radar. A very quirky and cool BMW nonetheless. I think it was one of the very few BMWs that actually stood out from the other models. It had its own design cues, like that BMW logo on the side. It looked very, very good, if you ask me. We've got a picture right now of a blue X2, which I found particularly handsome. So today we're going to check out the new X2. This is an iX2, that means it's electric, but it's basically the same as an X2. Also compare it a bit to the new X1, which we think is quite a handsome car. And we'll talk a bit about all the new details of the drivetrain, the size, the interior, stuff like that. So let's dig in. So at the front we've got a very different face compared to an X1. An X1 is more square, a little bit, well, all the shapes are actually more squared off. This has a hexagonal grille with that iconic glow lighting in there. We've got a very deep and low splitter in the front bumper. We've got different headlights compared to an X1 with these like arrow shaped lights, which kind of look like the new 5 Series lights. Not a big fan of that. We've got notches here in the headlight design as well. And then these two lines that are kind of BMW M3-ish with that dent in the middle where the BMW logo sits. But it kind of looks like a stretched out 5 Series to me. It has the same basic headlight design, the same grille design. So the iX2 compared to the X2 also has its own grille, of course, because this is completely closed off for the electric version. The regular version is going to have just a grille, and the M35 version also has its own grille, a bit more sporty, a bit more BMW-like. We do have the triangles back. I don't know if you watch a lot of our BMW reviews, but this is a theme with modern BMWs. There are triangles hidden on every BMW. They do it in different places and in different sizes. In the new XM you've got them, in the new 7 Series you have them on the rear window. They sometimes put them on like the aircon vents. It is very strange. It's a bit Illuminati-ish, to be honest. I don't know where these triangles have come from, since I think 1.5 or 2 years they're doing this now. Yeah, I would love to hear where that came from. Anyway, let's not get distracted by that too much and move down the side, because we've got these 20-inch wheels. Now for the new X2 you can also get 21-inch wheels on this. That's very big on this car. But this is 20-inch, nice new design. This car has the M Sport package. As you can see the badge right there. You also have M Sport brakes. You have an M logo on the wheels, you have different bumpers, side skirts, rear bumper as well. So this is definitely a more sporty iX. This is a 30, so that means 313 horsepower and 494 Newton meters of torque from a 64.8 kilowatt hour battery with xDrive. So you've got an electric motor at the front and one at the rear for a total maximum range of 449 kilometers. Now let's move on down the side, because this of course is what it's all about. This is X2. It is definitely more in line with an X4, X6. Definitely proportion wise it kind of looks like a shrunken down X6, and it's definitely different compared to a previous X2 because it is much larger. This is 19.4 centimeters longer than the previous X2. So it's basically a size up. It's no longer the same format, I would say. It also is a bit higher, it's wider. You have this sloping roofline. Headroom in the rear is pretty good still. You have this panoramic roof, which does not open, and that is also probably because you have more headroom that way. But it's definitely a coupe SUV, SAC they call it, Sports Activity Coupe. And then if we follow the roofline to the rear, we have very, very distinct rear lights. The rear in general feels like it's built with Lego, or I don't know if you've seen that Pixel movie. Yes, I watched that stuff. and I don't have kids. Don't ask me why. This is kind of like that. It's very square. It's very built from blocks. Yeah, I would have to see it a bit more and in the real world to really form an opinion on that. But I think it is very squared, very boxy, very angular. This is very big. This is very large, and there are like vents or fake vents in there, and there's a lot going on the rear. This is a very, very busy thing. They've been busy at BMW. The designers have definitely done some overtime, and they were like, no, we're not finished yet. We're not done. We need to add some more lines. Okay, let's add one there, and then there, and there, and then more there. Anyway, so we've got a rear spoiler here as well, which is gloss black plastic, which is very sensitive to like greasy fingers and scratches. I'm not sure if this is M package or anything like that, but it looks very sporty. Also the rear bumper is very low. We've got an iX2 badge and an xDrive 30 badge as well. And if we open the boot, ooh, that's classic. That's nice. We've got a very big boot actually. This is actually bigger than on an X1. So all X2s and iX2s have a bigger boot than an X1, which is kind of weird because it has a sloping roofline, but I think it's just a bit longer. But this is a very decent boot. It's bigger than a 5 Series. I think I can get in there even. Should I do that? Yeah. That's very big. Bye. So it's very comfy in here. It's very dark. It's a good thing I'm not claustrophobic, but good test, good test. Trunk test approved. Honestly, this is very good. This is very practical. For this size car, you have a big boot, you have proper interior space. Let's have a look in the back as well. So rear space, pretty decent, definitely enough for your kids. And then in the front, we've got a new seat design. Take a look at those high bolsters for your shoulders. That is actually very comfortable. Well, this is a very good seat. You've got proper adjustability. You even have this like lower part that extends very well. As I said, the high bolsters for the shoulders are very good. They are high. It's a good bolstering in general. Seating position is nice. You can sit properly. Steering wheel, there we go. That is good. That is nice. It feels quite spacious in here. And something that Martijn and I have been saying for a long time. Wireless charging pad on a car. Why is the phone always gone? You always have to like slide it into some big crevice. This has a standing up wireless charging pad. Can we? There we go. So you can actually have your phone there. I mean, maybe it's too distracting. I don't really think that is the case anymore because, you know, there's a lot going on anyway. And now you just have your phone down there. We've got a floating center console here, which I quite like. It's very airy. We also have a center console with a little bit of storage, but you can't access that as passenger. It's only for the driver. Don't worry about it. You don't have to see what's in here. It's not really that exciting. It's just, oh no, it's not for you. It's just for the driver. And then down here, cup holders as well. We've got the curved display that we know from BMW and the new dials, which I'm not the biggest fan of. And again, we've got the triangles on the dash here. Triangle heaven. BMW loves them triangles. So that is the new iX2 for you. You can also charge it up, 130 kilowatts, 29 minutes from 0 to 80%. 10 minutes, you get 120 kilometers of range. So pretty decent, pretty usable range, I would say. Also, new X2 M35i is coming, of course, with a 300 horsepower 4-cylinder. That is the one we're definitely looking forward to, and we will be testing on the Autobahn somewhere in the beginning of next year, probably. I think March 2024 is first release of this car. If you want more info, there's a load available right now because everything is released as you're watching this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe by clicking the button in the middle. Check out this video on the left. Check out this video on the right. See you at the next one. Bye.